In a bustling town of the Ottoman Empire during the late 1500s, there lived a young woman named Amina. At just 18 years old, she was bright and ambitious, dreaming of becoming a skilled healer. Trained by the village's wise midwife, Amina had learned the art of healing with herbs, remedies, and the power of prayer. However, despite her talent and knowledge, she found herself frequently shackled by doubt and insecurity. As she prepared to serve her community, her mind became a battlefield of fears. What if I make a mistake? What if I fail to save someone? What if they blame me? These thoughts clouded her mind, causing her to hesitate when she was needed most. Amina felt like a flickering candle, ready to shine, but constantly threatened by the wind of her anxieties. Her struggles with overthinking began in childhood. After the loss of her mother, her father, Farid, had taken it upon himself to raise her. A kind but anxious man, Farid often advised her, "Amina, you must always be prepared for what might go wrong. Anticipate every disaster." Though his intentions were protective, his words instilled a sense of anxiety that haunted her, making her question her every decision. One fateful day, during a village gathering, Amina overheard a conversation among the villagers discussing a recent mishap during a birth. A mother had struggled, and the midwife had been unable to save her. The fear of repeating such a tragedy flooded Amina's heart. When she was called to assist in a delivery later that day, her mind spiraled with panic. She hesitated, feeling paralyzed by the weight of her worries. The midwife, noticing Amina's distress, took her aside. "Amina," she said gently, "you must remember that a true healer must conquer her own fears before she can help others. You are capable, but your mind needs to be at peace." Feeling lost, Amina wandered away from the crowd, seeking solace in the quiet of the nearby gardens. It was there that she encountered Sheikh Idris, the village elder and a man of profound wisdom. He had seen Amina's struggle and approached her with compassion. "Come, my child," he said softly. "Your strength lies not just in your skills, but in your faith in Allah. Let me help you find clarity." The next morning, Sheikh Idris invited Amina to a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers. He handed her a small, delicate flower and said, "Hold this flower and observe it closely." As Amina cradled the fragile bloom in her hands, she wondered about its significance. "What do you see?" the sheikh asked, his eyes twinkling with understanding. "It's beautiful, but so fragile," Amina replied, confusion etched on her face. "Indeed, Amina," he nodded. "Just like this flower, your thoughts can be delicate if you let them control you. When you hold on to worries, you stifle your potential. Just as this flower wilts without sunlight, you must learn to trust in Allah's plan." Sheikh Idris continued, "You overthink because you fear the unknown, but remember, Allah is the knower of all things. Trust in Him. As Allah says in the Quran, and He found you lost and guided you. This means that with faith and reliance on Allah, you will find your way." Motivated by the Sheikh's wisdom, Amina began to practice daily reflection. Each morning, she would sit in the garden, focusing on the names of Allah, Al-Hakim, the wise, and Al-Wadud, the most loving. With each breath, she learned to release her worries, inhaling the fragrance of the flowers while exhaling her doubts. As days turned into weeks, Amina noticed a profound change within herself. She began to feel lighter, her heart less burdened by fear. The healing process transformed from a pressure to perform into a service of love and compassion. She learned to listen to her intuition, allowing her hands to guide her as much as her mind. One afternoon, a crisis arose in the village. A young mother was in labor and complications had set in. The midwife was called away to assist another patient, leaving Amina alone to manage the situation. Panic began to rise within her, but she remembered the flower and the sheikh's words. Taking a deep breath, she grounded herself, remembering to trust in Allah's guidance. As she entered the birthing room, Amina focused on the task at hand. She recalled her training and the prayers she had learned. Instead of being overwhelmed by what could go wrong, she centered her thoughts on the strength she had cultivated through her practice and faith. With each contraction, Amina encouraged the mother, offering comfort and gentle guidance. She prayed quietly, reminding herself of Allah's mercy and wisdom. As the labor progressed, she felt a sense of calm wash over her. The more she trusted, the clearer her mind became. Finally, with a powerful cry, the baby was born, healthy and strong. As the joyous cries of the newborn filled the room, Amina felt a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. The words of Sheikh Idris echoed in her heart. "When you trust in Allah, you blossom just like this flower." In the weeks that followed the successful delivery, Amina felt a renewed sense of purpose. Word of her compassionate care spread through the village, and soon people began seeking her assistance, not just in childbirth, but in various aspects of health and healing. With each new patient, Amina approached her work with confidence, drawing upon her experiences and the lessons she had learned from Sheikh Idris. She realized that healing was not merely about the remedies she provided, but also about the love and support she offered to those in need. Amina became a beacon of hope in the community, inspiring others to trust in Allah's wisdom, just as she had learned to do. As the seasons changed, Amina organized gatherings in the garden where she once met with Sheikh Idris. These gatherings became a space for the villagers to come together, share their struggles, and discuss the teachings of the Quran. Amina would often recount her story, emphasizing how trust in Allah transformed her life. Through her experiences, she encouraged her neighbors to confront their fears and let go of overthinking. "Our worries are like shadows," she would say. "They may seem large, but when we stand in the light of faith, they diminish." The garden, once a place of solitude for Amina, blossomed into a vibrant hub of community support and spiritual growth, reminding everyone that together, through faith and trust in Allah, they could overcome any challenge. Thank you for joining us on Amina's inspiring journey from doubt to confidence. Her story reminds us that in our moments of uncertainty, faith and trust in Allah can illuminate our paths and empower us to overcome our fears. If you found this tale resonant, imagine how many others might benefit from it. Share it with friends and family who may need a little encouragement today. Don't forget to subscribe for more uplifting stories that blend faith with life lessons. Every week, we dive into the wisdom of our traditions, exploring themes that touch our hearts and elevate our spirits. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of inspiration, and join our community of seekers eager to grow together in faith and understanding. Remember, every story is a step towards self-discovery and inner peace. Let's take those steps together. May Allah bless you abundantly, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.